never lose money, never forget the rules. One a famous quote from world famous investor, the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Mr. Warren Buffett. So, what is investment? Investment is a process or action of investing money into various types of assets, into various types of sectors. Like individual investments, portfolio investment is also important. Myself, MD Gholam Kibriya Rabbi from Financial Express. Today I am here to have some expert opinions, analysis, and getting information about the portfolio construction and management. In portfolio construction, one important step is portfolio selection and investment decision. So our expert Maharin Rafiq is with her opinion how investors can effectively select their portfolio. Now my question is, can we have some information regarding this issue, how investors can select their portfolio effectively and what are the criteria to select those portfolio instruments?
Well, Mr. Tanvir, thank you for your question. It is very easy for an investor to create the portfolio combining all the stock. For this, they have to select some industry combining different types of companies. Then they have to select stocks of particular companies which holds criteria A in the stock market. And the most important thing is that the investors must have to consider the price sensitivity of changes these listed companies' stock compared to their competitors.
Thank you for your nice opinion. In one step of portfolio constructions, the performance analysis of various types of securities included in portfolios is needed. So today we have our expert Mr. Farhadul Islam Chaudhary to share his opinion. How can we compare between the securities of portfolios? So Mr. Farhadul Islam Chaudhary, can you please tell us how can we compare between the performance of securities of portfolios?
Thank you, Gholam Kibriya Rabbi. Well, the investors compare their selected portfolios by using different statistical data analysis such as trend analysis, time series analysis, and various types of measures such as expected return, standard deviation, variance, coefficient of covariance, expected portfolio return, etc. In our experimented portfolios, we have made comparison under 4 companies and 2 groups. Among the 4 companies and 2 groups comparisons based on statistical and performance tools, here Grameenphone position is high. In terms of bond, here see that in our portfolios, the average price trend of ACI is 20% convertible zero coupon bond and the Black Bank 25% subordinate convertible bond.
Mr. Farhadul Islam Chaudhary, thank you for your valuable opinion.
Thank you so much.
So risks is also associated with portfolio investment in capital market.
Thank you, Mr. Rabi. There are many risks associated in capital market investment. There is no guarantee of profit in the capital market. Every time price is fluctuating. That's why when it's continuously falling the prices, then there is a chance of losing a big amount of capital from the investment. Capital market performance is basically dependent on general macro and micro environment. This environment is not in the hand of general investor. That's why here is a chance of loss because of the changes in the macro and micro environment. If you look back to 2010 and 2011, a big capital market escape was happened. That's why so many people became beggar. That's why it's a big problem in the capital market. Selected 4 securities from the capital market listed company for different industries. First from banking industry. You know that in banking industry, default loan is a big challenge for banks, and in the near years, it will be continue if government will not take any types of measures. So, what will happen? We have to see in the next government and they are taking the measures. It's depend on their decision.
Hello, sir. Thank you for your valuable opinion.
Thank you.
Suggestions from our expert, Mr. Ahad Hossain, regarding what types of shares are perfect for different types of investors. So, Mr. Ahad, please give some of your valuable opinion regarding this matter.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gholam Kibriya Rabbi. So actually, in case of portfolio market, so the two types of investors we see. One is active investors and one is passive investors. Active investors always try to look some underpriced share, and passive investors they can't look some underpriced share, and they always follow the benchmark of CSC and PSC. The active investors always try to underprice share, and they always look for the market. So sometimes they buy and hold stocks. When the price of the stocks increase, they sell the stocks, and in case of underpriced share, they hold the stock. And in case of passive investors, they always look benchmark of portfolio market, and they cannot take risk. In case of Grameen Phone stock, as it is increasing stocks, and you have to kick off the confidence cement stock because Beximco pharmacy stocks is downwarding, price downwarding, and you have to hold the Beximco pharmacy stock, and this is the refining strategy. Okay, in case of rebalancing strategy, as Beximco pharmacy stock is upwarding, and you have to hold the Beximco pharmacy stock, and you have to sell some stocks of confidence cement as it is downwarding price.
Thank you, Mr. Ahad Hussain, for your valuable opinion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rabi.
So that's all about the first part of the portfolio investment construction and the expert opinions regarding how we can construct, manage a portfolio in capital market. So as like capital market, portfolio can be made in terms of measure asset class. So now my question to our expert Maharin Rafiq, how investors can effectively make their portfolio in measure asset class, and what are the criteria to select such type of asset?
Thank you, Mr. Akitya, for this question. It's a very good question. Investors can also create their portfolio combining other major asset classes, like they can make their investment in fund market instruments, land, building, then different types of business segments and industrial segments. But in case of investment in real estate, land and building, they have to consider the location and the living standard of the people with great importance. But among all of these investment sectors, they can have highest level of security by making their investment in the money market instruments because it involves negligible amount of risk.
Thank you for your nice opinion. As like capital market, portfolio can also be made in terms of measure asset class. So their comparison as like capital market. So Mr. Farhad is again with us with some comparison. So Mr. Farhad, can we have some words regarding this issue?
Thank you, Mr. Rabbi, for your nice question. In a selected portfolio on the asset class, the selected apartment buying price with the comparison prospective selling price, and we get the expected return of approximately 50,000. Here, a statistical justification cannot be done since a real estate performance cannot measure by statistical tools and techniques.
So thank you, Mr. Farhad, for your valuable opinion.
Thank you, Mr. Rabbi.
Now, if we look at the risk, like capital market, risk is also associated with investment in major asset classes. So Mr. Kausar is with us to give us some ideas about what types of risks investors can face in investing in major asset classes.
In real estate, there is a many problem when we invest. We will face. The main problem in real estate investment is the delay in handover. Another big issue is the problem with land and documentation. When we purchase the land, that will grab by political power. That's why we pay for the land, but we don't get the asset. Major problem in our country to invest in real estate, which is faced by the investor.
Okay, Mr. Kausar, thank you for your valuable time with having with us.
Thank you.
And it comes for suggestions for investors. So Mr. Ahad Hussain is going to suggest us how can investors can invest in different types of major asset class.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rabbi. At first, investor must know about the actual value and the market value of the assets, and is there any legal or is there any political involvement regarding the assets, and it must be by the investor. And in case of investing in the portfolio, investor must know the government policy regarding that specific real asset. I think if these types of activities is checked and observed by the investor, they can easily invest to the portfolio, and I think that portfolio and the investment will be profitable. That's all for the invest.
Thank you, Mr. Ahad Hussain, for your valuable opinion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ghulam Kibir Rabbi.
With all these issues, our today's program is going to an end. Hope the opinions provided by our experts will help the investors to evaluate each portfolio more carefully and make decisions about the right portfolio. So thank you for being with us. See you in next program. Allah Hafiz.